Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chop It Up.
And then you're supposed to.
Okay.
You're supposed to say who you are.
That's right. All right, here we go. Hey, did you get that? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Chop It Up. I'm John Henry, joined by my business partner Brandon Bryant, and on this show, we talk about
breaking down business through the entrepreneurial and cultural lens, whether that's. What did you say at the intro?
I need a new co-host. On this show, we talk about everything from flipping cakes to million-dollar deals. We break down business and culture through an entrepreneurial lens. In case you missed it, branding is an art form, always has been, always will be, but the key to that is finding your niche. What is your niche that you want to own and dominate? I often say riches and niches.
Ooh, all right, and let's talk about a community of folks. Weed. Let's talk about
weed.
Industry, right?
We're talking about weed.
Let's talk about industry, right, for branding, which is
weed. That's good.
I love it. All right, let's cut through the smoke and let's talk about why investing in legal weed is at an all-time high.
Let's see what you did there.
Did you see what I did there?
If there's any industry that's looking mighty promising, it's the cannabis industry.
Yes.
It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar business opportunity, essentially, that's completely uncharted because up until now, it's been legally prohibited from exploring. So there's going to be all kinds of business opportunities in the media space, in the infrastructure space, in the distribution space, you name it, it's going to be there. It's like the Wild Wild West. So let's take some time to explore it and unpack it a little bit. Brandon, what do you got for us?
Yes. I'm not sure if you've seen, but recently in the news, Ultra Group, which is a huge tobacco company, just took a 35% stake in Juul, which is a vape company that actually is supposed to only have nicotine in it, but it looks like there's going to be some overlap here. And so the big opportunity is that Ultra Group has lobbyists, they have marketing, they have dollars, they have all this stuff, and they're eventually going to put weed in these vape pens once it's legalized, and that means moolah, right? Moolah.
It means a whole lot of green for them. Now, my outlook on this is, look, the majority of the incarcerated population are people of color that come from underserved communities, most of them for nonviolent crimes, and the majority of those are for possession of simple marijuana, meaning that this cannabis industry is built off the backs of my fellow brothers and sisters in our communities, and now that it's going to be turned legal, all these systems and companies that have massive scale and infrastructure are well poised to take advantage. Now, as long as I'm alive, I'm not gonna let that happen. We have a fund. We will be investing in startup entrepreneurs and new market entrants to come in and disrupt these giant tobacco companies, because in my humble opinion, they don't deserve to profit immensely in the way that they're going to from this new churn in legislation. The whole idea there being that there is a massive cultural movement going on now with cannabis at the forefront. I'll be very curious to see how this plays out, but this isn't a show about cultural movements. This is a show about making money.
Right, and let's talk about branding. The branding opportunity with weed is pretty crazy, and it's a wide open field right now. There's no Nike, there's no Adidas, there's no Puma in the weed atmosphere right now. So now marketers can jump in here and potentially create the Nike, the Under Armour, the what have you, the Jordan.
That's right.
Of weed, and folks can line up around the corner and try to get them kicks.
You know what I'm saying?
Them doobies.
Them doobs.
Them doobies.
So I couldn't agree more, and as an investment firm, we're taking a hard look at cannabis, ripe with opportunities. In fact, our first investment was indeed a hemp-based company that did indeed exit. So we already made a little bit of money. We're looking to make some more money off of this. My thesis as an investor is I personally want to ensure that minority groups build equity in the cannabis industry, because we were disproportionately adversely affected when we was illegal, and now that it's legal, there's plenty of upside for the taking, and I want to make sure that we're there.
That vocabulary, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? I read up a little bit. All right, here we go.
What?
Damn.
All right.
TK. And so, folks, we want to know if there are any brands that we're missing in the weed space or any things that you are working on in the weed space. Let us know in the comments below. Are you high right now? You came in a little late. Okay. All
Marijuana minutes. New time stuff.
Deal talk.
Deal. I want a deal button. It says deal.
Said it that was easy. Deal.
All right, here we go. Go for it. Hey! Woo! Yeah! All right.
Am I supposed to be going right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. I thought you were going.
All right, guys, another segment of Deal Talk where we break down deals that happen. But this time we're gonna do something a little different. Before you can invest in a deal, you gotta know the foundation of your business. So we're gonna cover the key principles that we look for in businesses before we invest in them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump in right here. I know Ray Dalio has his own principles, but these are Brandon's principles. These are my principles for founders, all right? So the first thing you have to do is build your team. You have to have the folks who have talents or superpowers, because you're gonna attract them to create your own team of Avengers. Now you're gonna move on to your mission and your values. What does your company stand for? Why do you say yes to things? Why do you say no to things? Why do you wake up in the morning? What makes you want to jump out of bed to work on this? The next thing you need to do is execute. Execution is a major key.
But ultimately, not as much as I care about executing against my wants and my needs professionally.
And then lastly, you need to amplify this execution now, and that's usually through clever marketing. Think Warby Parker, think Allbirds, think any company like that that continually executes at a high level, but they have extremely clever marketing. Once we get in that funnel, man, I want to buy every single thing from that company, right? So those are some very simple principles that you can focus on. Notice I said 0 things about money, because it's about you putting in hard work.
So taking that a step further though, because it's really easy to say, you know what you need to do well? Everything, right? For a startup, you're limited on time and resources. So my recommendation to you guys is riches in niches. I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. You don't want to go toe to toe with a competitor that has more talent, money, resources, time than you do. You want to pick an avenue where you can dominate it more effectively, grow there first, and then expand upon that. So don't go toe to toe with big competitors. You will be outspent, outworked, out-talented every day of the week. Instead, find a little lane where you can start out and it won't be that expensive for you to market, to reach these folks. You'll know exactly how to message and where to find your customers, and then you can build up from there.
Expansion, expansion, expansion. So to wrap everything up, folks, focus on team as number 1, focus on your mission, why do you wake up, as number 2, focus on executing, hard hat, lunch pail, ready to go. And then lastly, amplify, market, story, tell. Folks, let us know if you have any specific business principles for starting your company, and if we can be helpful, let us know.
Also, let us know which of those 4 areas you struggle the most with. We're here listening to you guys, so if marketing is more of a challenge or if execution is more of a challenge, we'd like to know so we can expand upon the content.
Yes, let us know in the comments.
All right, cool.
My principles are really good.
They were solid.
I'm done.
It's almost like you thought about that shit before.
I slightly did.
All right, guys, on the rise, you already know the deal. On this segment, we profile someone who's executing on their personal brand. I thought this episode, we just talk about ourselves a little bit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
In all seriousness, Brandon and I have a unique perspective in this personal brand game. We've been doing this for years. We each have managed to carve out our own individual lanes, and successfully at that. At least on the micro scale. We haven't burst out to Gary Vee levels, to Grant Cardone levels, but for our own weight class, I think we're doing a pretty good job. So let's dissect some of the things that are working well for us. What's the kind of content that you're seeing the biggest ROI on? And how do you approach being different in this whole space where there's a million influencers?
Okay, I'm just writing these down. I remember them.
Okay.
Okay. So the biggest content I see ROI on is video. And you did ask a question before that we didn't put in here about like, what's the best platform to be on? I think it's actually YouTube. Even though my bread and my butter, everything comes from Instagram, YouTube is the best because you get to sit down with somebody 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and have a conversation with them, right? And then you fall into this crazy stumble upon situation where you watch freaking 10 hours or something.
But I have to call you out there because you said your greatest ROI is video. Let me look up Brandon's Instagram right now, live. Okay.
My greatest ROI video. I mean, you have to look at the
He's walking it back. Okay, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I had to go back 19 posts on Brandon's page to find video. Nothing wrong with that, but why did you say video versus photo? Because you obviously have a killer still image game. So is it that you want to go more video? But I just want you to talk about how your bread and butter has been still image, and how does that relate to what you think about the future of video?
Got you. Oh, so I've done still image because still image is like lift, right? So getting a photographer in terms of timing and then price, super easy.
Right.
A photo says 1,000 words, right? But why I say video is important because a video says exactly what you wanted to say, right? Right. And also a video is just much more in depth and it's much more just like nostalgic and someone feels like they're sitting down with you. And the future is video, right? The future is folks talking at long lengths and being able to consume someone's time. Infotainment is where I am on the focus on, and that's why I think that YouTube is going to be the best platform going forward. Google is the #1 search engine. It owns YouTube, the #2 search engine. So people are actually looking for what you have on their Instagram, vice versa, nothing. You can't find anything on Instagram. It's hard to share. And so those are going to be barriers as you continue to grow. And then the algorithm, we know the algorithm for Instagram is not favorable. So I would focus on people doing video.
Here's the way I think about personal brand. I don't, right? Like I literally don't think about this term personal brand. I happen to now be in a space where I guess I have one, but in reality, my whole thing is, hey, pick a lane. What do you want to talk about that's authentic to you for real? And invest the time, effort, and resources into creating content around it, and then just share it at a ridiculous speed and volume. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see a mix between still image. I do some quote cards, which Brandon was ragging on me earlier. But when I asked Team Gary Vee, I asked Team Gary Vee, I said, yo, what is the #1 most underutilized thing
Not
in
the
personal
#1
branding?
ROI.
Not #1 ROI, #1 underused thing, and they came back with quote cards all day, right? It's an easy way to build brand. So anyway, you'll see my game has been a mixture of still image, quote cards, tweets. You can fucking screenshot a tweet and reuse that, and also video. It's a healthy mix of everything. But the real nice thing is you end up, for me, this whole game is about creating context. I want someone to know as much about me as possible when I walk into a room, you know, so that way we can leave out the, hey, who are you?
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
And we can get right to, hey, what do you want to do? And for me, that's why personal brand is incredibly advantageous. You establish context, people know about you, you spend way less time proving yourself, so to speak, and you spend a lot more time focusing on the business that you want to build with that person. So that's kind of my whole takeaway from this movement. I'm just gonna be real, a lot of you guys are faking this game. I can tell from a mile away because it's the same generic quotes that I see aggregated from all the other meme pages. This personal brand game isn't about looking bigger than you are, it's about just being you at scale.
All right, folks, we talked a lot about personal brand today. Let us know what you like. What platform are you on and what challenges are you having? Just make sure, don't be fake.
Don't be fake. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. But seriously, let us know which platforms you use that you think are grossly underutilized. Where are you finding that arbitrage? Where are you finding that lift that maybe other folks aren't aware of? Let us know. We'd love to dissect and chop it up with you.
That's another episode of Chop It Up. We talked about deals, we talked about weed, and we talked about personal brand.
That's right, and as always, let us know in the comments below what you learned, what was the big takeaway, what do you guys want us to focus more on. We're always hungry for comments, so leave them below, and we'll catch you guys next time on another episode of Chop It Up.
Peace. All right. Okay.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Let's see.
Not too bad.
All right. We're good here. We're good. Salad.
All right.
All right.
I'm off the cheddar, guys.